Urban Inno is a project that accelerates innovation processes in urban environments through the establishment of quadruple helix networks in partner cities and providing them with tools for engagement of citizens and companies in innovation processes. Advanced project partners are sharing their experiences with other partners, also through core team trainings. Second training for core teams of Kielce and Košice was organized by e-Zavod and Municipality of Maribor in the framework of Urban Inno project partner meeting. A part of the training was designed as a participatory workshop where core teams from Košice, Kielce and Maribor were trying out some new participatory methods and techniques and the identification of key urban innovation challenges in their environments. The result of their work were created as 3-minute video pitches recorded by their own smartphones. The first pitch is describing the challenges identified by the core team of Kielce.
Far, far away from Rijeka, in Poland, there is a city called Kielce. There are 4 major challenges for the future in our city. These are technology transfer, small number of ICT specialists, decrease in population, as well as bad quality of air. The most important, in our opinion, challenge for the future in our city is small number of ICT specialists. What are the causes of such situation in our city? These are weak cooperation between business and schools, low salaries, small number of ICT companies, as well as educational offer. Who should be involved in improving the situation in our city in the future? These should be enterprises, schools or institutions of higher education, central government as well as local government. Which actions, in our opinion, should be done in order to improve the situation in our city? These should be increased involvement of entrepreneurs in schools' curricula, common projects between business and universities, as well as more internships for students and more business-supported classes at schools.
The core team of Košice split it in 2 groups, and here is the result of Košice first team.
So hello, we are team Košice 1 and let us introduce our urban innovation plan.
Okay, so if you can come closer, the main challenges we focused on, or we see as the biggest problem, is the mobility of the people and mobility of the goods. Mobility of the people mean that we need to ensure that people from rural areas can come to the city, for example, in the horizon of 40 minutes or less. Okay? And the mobility of goods means that Košice and Košice region has a very good position regarding the global economy, and it's on the crossroads of many roads and traffic corridors. So we would like to take the advantage of this situation, and we can take the advantage of both problems by giving one solution. The forces which influence these challenges are the quality of the railways, quality of the roads, quality of the airport services, which are represented or which are provided by transport companies, by airports. Also the quality of transport services, which is provided by the companies, is very important. And the very important thing in joining these forces or making the synergies in these forces is to make an integration where the public government is responsible. Also, the legislation related to owning of the land might be a very important step in implementing these activities quickly. Other big problems which influences these investments is the funding and the investors related to this funding. either it's private or it's public. And the last force we see is the human capital and the skills of the human capital, or the skills of the employees which we have on the market or which will be on the market in 2030. So represented by the universities and schools. And what we see as the actions, you can see these actions on this time plan, which starts now and it finishes in 2030. So firstly, we need to conduct the feasibility study, the document which will persuade the investors that it makes sense to invest in these opportunities. We need to then create a platform for communication. By the platform, I mean the regular meetings and workshops where all stakeholders, which I mentioned above, should be present and should discuss their visions. Then we create very detailed master plan from the different perspectives. So from the perspective of infrastructure, from the perspective of financing, and so on and so on. And based on this, to create the next step is to create the action plans, marketing plans, finance plans, or the detailed plans coming up from the master plan. And after that, I hope finally successful implementation in 2030. So that's it from our side.
And here is the result of another group from Košice.
Well, welcome in our election studio. Today we got here 3 candidates for mayor of Košice city, but at first I would like to ask our first candidate, what's the main challenges of Košice? What do you think?
Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me, and I will just present a couple of issues from my voting plan. So in Košice we have pretty several problems, but I would mention just a few of them. Me personally, I would focus on transport, tourism, and local economy. But what I think is the most challenging and the most important problem that I would like to tackle when I get the approval from people, it's the unemployment of our young people.
Yeah, that's really a big problem in our city. And what do you think, what's the reasons for that are causing this?
Well, there are plenty of those. One of the main problems is our educational system that is coming from previous decades and haven't got through the improvement over the couple of years. So first problem that is first issue that is causing this problem is the educational system. Then we have definitely the brain drain, that those more skilled people ready to employ, they are leaving our country, they are going abroad. Then we have definitely problem, there is a lack of support for SME from the state or from the regional government or from the city as well. So yeah.
So that's why your candidates.
Yeah, that's one of the issues. And there are definitely administrative and regulatory barriers here in Košice region.
Okay, so that was the reasons for that, but what should be the actions that should be taken?
Well, what I said before, I will focus on educational system. So first of all, I would like to adopt a learning by doing paradigm in our schools. I will definitely go for the updates of curricula that I said haven't been updated for a long time, and I will definitely being strong on collaboration with the universities and companies and so on. Well, I will definitely do my best for opening new grant schemes for startups or for entrepreneurs so that they can self-employ themselves, so to improve this environment. And I would like to also prepare some guidelines and material for better SMEs and environment. And well, this is not much in my competition, but I would do my best to reduce the taxes and fees for entering and then starting these companies or being an entrepreneur.
Okay, so I think I thank you for being here, and if that's what you want to see in our city Košice, let's vote. Thank
you very much.
And the final pitch was created by the Smart City Maribor team.
Hi, I am Maribor Urban Innovation Challenge. So I am to increasing the use of public transport in the city. I am affected by many forces. Insufficient frequency of the buses, low environmental awareness, personal comfort, bad regional coverage is affecting me, and reasonable parking prices. But I see a solution. Yeah, Urban Inno Challenge Maribor bus, developed in second core team training in Rijeka. So there are many different stakeholders who are helping driving me. So it's municipalities, NGOs, companies and SMEs, R&D institutions, tourists, national government, public transport company and citizens. And they all will help us to get active and to solve the challenge. So we will have more awareness campaigns, and all NGOs, companies, municipalities and government and citizens, they will help us do that. And then another measure is we will modernize public transport system. Municipality will help us with that, national government, public transport company, R&D institutions and companies and SMEs. And the last one is that we will solve the challenge to get higher parking prices, which will help us to increase the use of public transport.
That's a wrap.
And the follow-up discussion, where common urban innovation challenges will be identified, will be facilitated at the special LinkedIn group Urban Innovation CE. And the Urban Inno partners will continue to support emerging urban innovation clusters in Central Europe by sharing their experiences and tools.